so happy to be here with you today. I would like to first and foremost thank our Heavenly Parents, Mother, Father, Source of Creation, for giving me this opportunity to be here with you today. And today we're going to be doing a vibe check reading, okay? We're going to be using the Kipper Fortune deck and clarifying with some tarot. And we're just going to see what the vibe is. Nothing, I don't know what the vibe is or what it's going to be. We're just seeing what the vibe is. I hope people come in and be able to take something away from these messages that is beneficial for them and their situation. Okay, so let's just see what the vibe is. Like I said, I haven't pulled cards in a couple weeks now. But let's just see. Let's just jump right into it. I didn't even do a pre-shuffle for y'all guys. I'm so crazy. But I'm like, I don't want to be here all night. And I kind of like committed to it earlier. Look, I lost a nail earlier and stuff. So not earlier today, but yesterday. And I'm like, I'm not really ready to come out. But then it's like, yes, I am. So we're here. And I hope you guys are having a great day. We're just going to see what the vibe is and what we pick up on. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Spirit Team. This is a vibe check for the collective consciousness, okay? Vibe check for the collective consciousness. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Spirit Team. Vibe check for the collective consciousness. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Spirit Team. Vibe check for the collective consciousness. Make you smile. I wanna know. All right, thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Spirit Team. So we're just doing a vibe check for the collective consciousness, and we're gonna see what comes out, okay? So we have despair coming out. I'm feeling like this worrisome energy from despair. I feel like there's some type of, there's some type of disconnect when it comes to something not coming through as fast as it was expected to. I feel like it comes with some type of new employment, okay? I feel like it's very important not to overwhelm yourself with the possibilities that wasn't really made present in your life. I feel like you have to see the good in all situations and not allow for yourself to be overwhelmed by what's not coming in, because I feel like something might actually surprise you, especially if it's been something you have been working really hard on. We have bad health coming out as well. I feel like someone is very deeply saddened by something not turning out. I feel like someone paid for some type of work to be done, and the only thing that it really managed was for someone to be able to only take care of the bare minimum of what they have now. And I feel like that has put someone in despair, because at the end of the day, we can all work really hard to achieve our goals. We can all do things that really allows for us to be in our own strength, in our own power. So when you go outside of yourself and you bring in other energies to do work to really bring harm or confusion to one's life, I feel like it's been counteracted in some type of way. And it's really bringing this energy of back around of what it was and why it was, because when you are not ordained to do something, then it will never play out the way that you have paid it to, or the way you have been overly investing in it too. So when you aren't in this energy of actually being the safe haven, of actually being someone to be able to give job opportunities, or to be able to bless someone without there being some type of strange attachment to it, then it will never, it will put every, it's not actually like a person, but it's a energy in bad health. And I feel like that's something that you have to truly pay attention to when it comes to being on a journey of change and growth, being on a journey of actually seeing what it is and what it's not. You know, I wasn't trying to go into the psychic world or the magic world, but that's like what's laid out in front of me right now. And I'm not really that surprised, because there has been a lot of work being done. And I feel like it's just, it's like people are very much in despair because of the work not really working. Like, it's working, but it's only working to a certain degree. It's working, but it's only temporary. Just like the unexpected income. Like, it's only like a boost to get things back on track. It's not something that is going to be like set in stone for you to actually be able to take from constantly. It's like whatever is going on, or whatever has put someone in this energy of illness, and mentally, physically, or emotionally, is coming back full circle of why that isn't even something that should have been on anyone's mind, because it's all about change and growth. It's all about actually being able to see clearly what not to do and when to do it. I feel like you have to be careful at this time, okay? I feel like there's a lot more that is going on that doesn't meet the eye, okay? And I feel like someone also was not approved for something, like, and I feel like that's another reason why they're in despair, because we like to be in our cocky energy. We like to feel like we have the say so to do things. We have the ability to do this, because for a long time we have been able to do it. For a long time, this is how stuff has played out for us. But at the end of the day, when there is new awakenings happening, when there is genuine people being hurt behind the actions and the misleading of information, it will show itself that you actually have no power or control over what it is and what is happening. All you are doing is contributing to the whole of why things have been playing out like this. So continue to stay focused, and don't allow for yourself to be overwhelmed by the truths. It's a lot of truths that's being presented, and or will be presented quite fast, and it's going to be unexpected for a lot of people, because I feel like we have been really behind the scenes and behind someone's back, trying to make it appear like they're going to be in bad health, but all along the person have been really doing everything they can do to make sure that they are the safe haven that they have been called or ordained to be. So whatever has been going on behind their back has only been boosting the atmosphere to be laid out for exactly what it is and why it is. So let's continue on. Let's clarify with some tarot. I want to see what this despair is, okay? What is this despair? I feel like, yeah, I feel it's like, what is that? You know, I'm not saying that you can't give to the needy or something, you know, or people that is impoverished energy, but I feel like someone is pulling at impoverished energy to like kind of make them feel like their wishes are going to be granted if they do some type of work to put someone in bad health, whether that is to insert themselves into someone's life by being a downright nasty individual. Like, let's just say, let's just use the example like a woman, right? And she has been paid to go and sleep with a man that she knows that is taken by someone else or that is with someone else. It's like these type of things is only boosting the atmosphere to come back in full circle of what it is and why it is and why that type of energy never lasts. It's only a temporary aha, or it's only a temporary like satisfaction, because at the end of the day, when you aren't truly invested in the highest good of yourself and others, and you try to like pull in people that mentally and emotionally isn't invested in those things either, you see that you can never actually be in a position of power. And I feel like that's the despair, or that's what's going to change and be the aha moment for whoever has been in this energy. So let's clarify with some tarot. I feel like I'm gonna lose another nail by the end of this one. Hold on. What's this despair? Yeah, with the Ten of Cups. I feel like something was not as wish fulfillment or someone's complete happiness. And I feel like that's why someone is really in despair, because the false heart has been showing itself. The false heart has been truly like in this like vengeful type of energy, and it's only reflecting back to whoever has been in that energy, despair and bad health. I feel like someone is very victorious over a situation. I feel like they put their family first regardless of how they show up, and I feel like that has been overly shown and overly explained. So it's like even when things don't make sense, they do make sense because of the things that we know goes on behind the scenes, and that we know that people are truly invested in bringing everything and everyone down, like people, not so much as entities per se, but I feel like the human race has been done tremendously, wrong to a certain degree, that we as the human beings that isn't able to truly grasp what is happening aren't able to see that we are only hurting ourselves. At this point, the entities are just the shadow versions of us in the best way and the worst way possible. And you have to see that for truly what it is and what it's not. And I feel like that's that egging on situations to be something that they're not. And I feel like someone is in deep despair because they see that, these messages and these intentions and these cards that has been painted hasn't been really bringing in the fulfillment, hasn't really been bringing in the abundance, hasn't really been bringing in the fair judgment as it's supposed to be. So what's this Ten of Cups here? Yeah, with the Hierophant. I feel like, yeah, to try to break up a marriage was the wrong thing to do for whoever attempted to do it, whether it was the person or energies that surrounded the person. To try to break up a marriage was the wrong thing to do, and it's have people in despair because I feel like the marriage is very much in this energy of transformation. I feel like you have to see the growth of who we are and why we are. You have to understand that, you know, nothing is truly just given to you. You actually have to put in the work. You have to truly earn the respect of people. You aren't just given these things because your name, or because you have a heart, or because you have the money. You have to earn these things. And when you earn the respect of someone, or even when you earn the spiritual allies that, whoa, that just came in. Something about when you earn the spiritual allies, that is something that is like permanent. And I feel like someone has been like trying to take that away too. I feel like we have to be very mindful at this time with our words and gestures. So like this is not a time to test anyone's authority when you know that they are truly who they say that they are. What's this unexpected income? Yeah, with the 9 of Wands, and it did, I don't know if you can see that, but it did flip over in reverse, okay? I feel like there is a lot of movement going on. I feel like someone has been like, you know, overcoming their obstacles quite, yeah, quite fast too. I feel like there's still some type of clumsiness that goes on within the relationship, you know, but I feel like overall, something is meeting the eye, okay? I feel like something is not as false as it tried to make it out to be. I feel like you have to see the effort of human beings that's in these bodies that will make something look like something that is truly isn't. Like that's where I get so upset with people and energies, because we can say one thing, but these aren't even our words. We got 10 other people that's behind this one verse, this one reading, this one movie, this one whatever. There's 15, 20 other people that is in the human form that is contributing to either making the story for what it is, or falsifying the story for what it is. So I say be very careful when it comes to trying to break up a marriage. And a marriage doesn't have to actually only be, you know, a man and a woman. It could be married to your family. It could be actually married to your community. It can actually be way more than just a man and a woman. So when you do these things, or when you are paying for yourself to be able to be seen in a spiritual way, then you have to be careful on the messages you are delivering or receiving, because at the end of the day, I feel like something is untouchable. It's even unreachable at some points. So you have to be very careful with that. I feel like someone is not in this energy of not budging. I feel like someone has truly allowed for themselves to go through the powerful transformation that they needed to go through, so that they can actually see what it is and why it is. I feel like there is no more waiting. They're not holding on. I feel like, and that's the despair. Whether they have it or they don't, they are going to always make a way. I feel like people misjudge situations based off of the dollar sign attached to it, because someone will truly walk away from something if it's not truly fulfilling for their soul. What's the 9 of Wands in reverse here? Yeah, with the 6 of Cups. I feel like, yeah, I'm telling you, that unexpected income, that was like something that was very hidden, That was something that was, you know, made to be like, this is how we're going to start this off, right? Because these are the patterns that worked in the past, right? We're going to, you know, give a little bit and we're going to take a lot of it, right? We're going to give a little bit and we're going to take a lot of it and feel as if that's going to really be sustainable, but it's not. It really isn't. But we have to continue to live and to be on this journey and this pathway to truly be able to comprehend that things have been over with a particular situation, and for whoever haven't really understood that or grasped that for what it is in this energy of bad health. Because I feel like from a child, someone has been already knowledgeable with certain things, and I feel like they have been entering into a new phase um, effortlessly because of the efforts, the hard working efforts to try to make something be looked at in a negative way. What's this bad health? Oh, we have the star. We have the star. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? It makes a lot of sense why someone's cup is overflowing. When you actually start to understand the things that we are willing to sacrifice for the bag, for some type of recognition or clout, and the things that actually is presented to you, you start to see that I'm not going to sacrifice nothing for something that I don't know that is coming in naturally, right? Because even when it comes to getting gifts or getting things, it can never be something that is truly more beneficial than what is being, you know, created through your experiences, through your walk of life, through your eyes, through your voice, and through your mind. So I feel like that makes a lot of sense. But continue to have hope, especially if you are in this energy of bad health. But I feel like you have to clear out what no longer assists in your soul's growth. And I feel like it has a lot to do with the energies that surrounds you. You have to take off the mask. You have to actually see yourself for who you really are instead of trying to be something that you're not, because it will continue to show up in numerous of ways of why you only have as much power that is given to you. You don't get to try to mimic or pretend to love or do any of these things that brings more harm than good and expect yourself to be looked at as righteous or loving in the end. We get it that a lot of people don't want that. A lot of people don't care about being seen as better than what they were or better than what they could be presently. And that's okay. That's not why I'm here, and I'm not judging those that's still in this sadness and despair, but it will continue to show itself and it will continue to show up that you only have as much power that is truly given to you. And I already have overly explained that money does not buy your way into this next frequency. Money does not buy your way into this next phase of life. So I feel like continue to communicate with poise and ease. Understand what's actually beneficial for your own knowing, right? I hope it's made very clear that, you know, something was not as heartbreaking because we challenge ourselves. We love to see the challenges. We love to make sure that we are stable minded souls and spirits. That we aren't just here doing things and saying things and pretending like we know more than we actually do. We want you to be confident in who you are and why you are. So if you have to challenge yourself in any way, then do that. And it will be applauded for what it is. I feel like there's a great loss though. And I've already told you all that, when something is ordained to be, whether we can make it seem like it's us, right? Or it's just the level of technology we have reached. There's no God really, there's no this really, there's no that, it's all us. But I'm still telling you, even if you want to look at it that way, if something was ordained by something that is outside of you all's understanding, outside of the frequency that we are on currently, then it stands to test the time, okay? And that's something that we have to deeply understand, that you are not everyone has a boss. Everyone has to answer to someone. Everyone. So, what's this family room here? Yeah, with the we still getting messages from the tarot reader. That's a lot of what's going on too. There, that Leo, that tarot reader. Ooh, I didn't know that was still something, but that's a beneath the surface type of situation that's going on, huh? I didn't know. I'm just seeing it right now that that's what has been being manifested to be through the conversations. They have been doing a lot of hard work with that, huh? I didn't know. I didn't know. Anyways, but I feel like continue to take charge and action when you need to. Make sure you are maintaining a positive attitude towards everything. I feel like honest communication is more appreciated than anything. I feel like if I was you, I would call cap. Yeah, I would call cap on something being someone's downfall, okay? I will call cap on even someone pretending to be something that they say that they're not, but they are. Ooh, I didn't even know that. What's this King of Wands here? Ooh, with justice. Ooh, with justice. We made it private so we can't. So it's like a OnlyFans type of situation, huh? It's an OnlyFans type of situation. I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. It's just what's how it's coming through. You know how it works, right? I think you do. What's this? I feel like it's a very much necessary departure. It was very much necessary for someone to take the actions that they took just so that it could be shown and it could be seen and it could be accepted for what it is. Our children are wonderful, aren't they? Our children have us showing up and doing things and behaving in ways of which it's more beneficial than it's not. So when you aren't actually inserted in your child's life, and you actually don't know when they aren't feeling good, and when they are doing the little things a little strange, and when this and when that, you really aren't able to pick it up, you really aren't able to grasp it. So it's really best to be a good mother and a good father to all of your children, so that you are able to truly be able to take in what is needed. I feel like whatever was being manifested for someone to lose, and the moment that they saw what it was, it ricocheted back to the energies that was doing it. So now we are looking at cleanup, right? We are looking at, well, let's get this under control. We are looking at, we fucked up majorly. Was this pathway? Uh-oh. Ooh, we have the Knight of Wands, the Devil, and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, I'm child. Well, you know, I like to see it. I'm telling you, I've been told you all to let go of that sexual energy, okay? I feel like that has ran its course. I mean, it really does not have people in their independence. It doesn't even a little bit. Like even if you have to pretend, listen, even if you have to pretend that you are in a relationship with someone and you really aren't, even if you have to pretend that you are loving on someone and you really aren't, that shows what you really don't have. That shows how much you really don't have control over yourself or anyone else. We sit around and we wait around, but we are demanding as fuck. So, let's see what this turns out to be, though. I feel like there's been a lot of efforts, though, put into trying to take control, trying to be the one that has reign over the domain of earth. But this is a long pathway, and remember that there is light at the end of the tunnel. I wanted to see what the vibe was. I told y'all, I'm not here for all that. I don't really care very much. I was just curious. I thought we were all very much curious to what was and what isn't. I didn't even know the tarot reader was still very much present in my energy. So it's news to me. Let's keep moving on. I want to do another one. Let's see. But yeah, that was a very interesting one. Don't be in this energy of despair though. And I feel like whatever work has been being done or being manifested to be is only just what it is, okay? It's only just what it is. It's only just what it is. Yeah. Well, I feel like, yeah, it's the, we get that, or I get that. I don't know if you all get that, but the love spells, right? And it's not necessarily love spells. It's a frequency of a false heart, a false giving, a false loving that has truly just been, like really on this rocky like slope of disaster. So we gotta be careful. We have to know what we truly want and we have to go after it, okay? We have to get out of our own way, get out of our own head, stop trying to bring harm and confusion to everyone's life, because it only results in you really, and I get it. We love to put on for the internet. That's why I be like, well, this is going to be very sad if anything ever happens to the internet, but they're good for now. They're good for now. But anyways, it's like, we really want to continue to see what it is and why it is and how it is. So, when you are actually being looked at as someone of benefit or value, and you are constantly doing things that shows that you truly are not, it just solidifies. And then that's why I will be going into the basement, because it's deeper than what meets the eye each and every time. And I'm honest with everyone, and I want you all to take in the things that I do and why I do it. So if you think just going to jail or just dying will help ease some type of pain or confusion, then you're wrong. If you think that you're going to just be bringing confusion and pain to people's lives, and you really don't have anything of value for the long term, then you will be completely taken out spiritually and physically, emotionally. So I told you I was hoping people would show up today. Listen, we still talk because we comprehend. Do you comprehend? Because I comprehend. Do you know what it's like to truly be alone? I don't know if he knows what it's like to truly be alone. I don't know if she knows what it's like to truly be alone. When we are actually putting ourselves in these situations to be alone, is not actually knowing what it's like to truly be alone. You gotta check it. You gotta check it. Because just like how you can't see, they can't see either. You gotta check it. I wanna know what turns you on, so I can be. I don't like that energy. Anyways, let's keep moving forward. Come on, come in, guys. Let's see what the vibe is. You see, I have my cousins. This is a new series that's coming out. Look at that. I mean, I know it's not Christmas, but Christmas came late because I just found this, and you have to listen. Oh, snap. You have to listen. Oh, I didn't even have it playing. Listen. Do you hear the frequency? You have to listen. I'm telling you. Let me turn it up. Yeah, listen. It's beautiful. It's cozy. It's family oriented. And it's mercy. I love it. 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 Anyways, let's do another vibe check, y'all. Let's see what the vibe is. I'm like, come in. Come here. Don't be afraid. Don't be saddened. And make sure that we are being truthful. Certain things just make sense only when it comes from source. Okay? That's why. We don't put on the show. I can't believe. That's why I said, oh, no. I don't like energies that make themselves out to be something that they're not. That would never have got my attention. So it took a lot of manipulating the situation. So I'm sorry for that. You know, we're sorry for a lot of people's loss at this point. Anyways, so I wanna know what turns you on, so I can be. We was waiting on something to come to the front door. Nothing have ever come to the front door. Is that why we're still here? Is that why we're still here? What's gonna come to the front door? I don't know. We gotta be careful, okay? We gotta all be careful what we think we are stopping or what we think we are going to be able to manipulate. Okay? If it's not true and if it's not true love and commitment and devotion, then you won't even be able to, it'll be just like this, 0, 0, okay? It'll be just like this. You get nothing, okay? So, I promise you, you don't have to worry about that being false in no way. If it shows up, that means it's supposed to be here. I wanna know. So let's do another one. It's gonna be a real quick one because I really did not want to be here for this long. I just wanted to see. Let's check out the vibe. We be wanting to see what comes out. I just learned some new information, my loves. I was like, oh shit. We've been doing a lot of work though. Oh, we got imprisonment coming out strong. Imprisonment has been a lot of work. And I feel like somebody is still very much spiritually locked up though. Ooh. With the false person. I can't make it. The false person just fell on the floor, y'all. The false person, it just flew out the deck and it's on the floor. Someone will pass away very soon, though. That's just the honest truth. I don't know. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Ooh. Ooh, we have the privileged lady falling on the floor. Somebody been falsely trying to make themselves appear to be that's, you know, whoever has not been in their true authentic energy, it's coming to an end. I feel like it's like a life sentence of falseness that someone has like either finally will be able to accept, or that it's going to be forced to accept that they were never the privileged lady. They were never supposed to be in this rightful, like, or this royal type of energy. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Ooh, not with the main female. Not with the main female in pathway. I feel like a lot is being done because there has been a lot that fell through on their end when it comes to their so-called destiny. And that's been shown time and time again. That's why we're here. You know, that's why we constantly show up and we let the communities and the families know that your riches, if they have not been truly, you know, on stable ground, they will crumble each and every time. If you have been building things off of the sadness and the sorrow of others, when you are forcing people's hands, then that will crumble each and every time. Each and every time. I'm not even playing a little bit. So, we take care of our children. We don't need our children to take care of us. Do you understand that? We show up for our children. We don't need our children to show up for us. When you are the leader, your voice, your thoughts, your emotions, and your experiences will be way more highlighted than the children's. They learn from you. You don't play the background when you are called to be the mother or the father of any situation. What's this in prison? Too much jealousy. I'm putting my cup up for you. She said, oh, no. You cannot be perfect. You cannot have happiness. So let's continue to feed you all the stupidity. Let's continue to show that we are nothing because I have nothing. It's a lot of ego. Or is it echo? I don't know. Let's make it direct. Let's make sure we aren't confusing anyone. I want you to make sure you understand every single word I am saying, okay? I don't condone rape. I don't condone killing. And I don't condone stupidity, okay? So, when those things are amongst us that feels like it has the power and the authority, it will be spoken out and it will be spoken on in just that manner. There's always a better way. Always. What are we invested in? Whose family? Not their own. Clearly. Clearly. Ooh, child. That just broke my little baby old heart, seeing all these cars fly out like this. We knew that that energy was something else. Mm-hmm. We knew that energy. I did not know that energy was still present, though. But we do a lot for what we think is the person. You know, we do a lot. We show up in different ways for that energy. Even started back drinking for that energy, huh? We all drunks now? Even my dad? My dad drinks too? I didn't know that. They all drinking for this energy. I did say that once before. Roses are red, violets are blue. Or roses are not red, violets are not blue. Shut the fuck up because I don't love you. Yeah, that's actually a true thing. Child. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know where I got that from, but it just popped in my head again. 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 What's this imprisonment here? What's this imprisonment? What's this imprisonment? Are you listening? Imprisonment. We have a lot that fell over on the floor. No, not a lot. We have, the Seven of Pentacles flipping over in reverse and the Knight of Cups. Okay, yeah, I feel like something has been delayed or something is not, yeah, and it's putting someone in this energy of despair because of something not being what they thought it would be, because of the falseness and because the unwillingness to let energies go. I feel like we do things to have a financial gain, but it can't always be all about money. It really can't. And when you start to see that and take that in for what it is, you will see that the seeds you have planted, they cannot flourish when you base it off of material happiness and joy. I feel like we have been doing a lot with the innocent minds and bodies for way longer than even these people that I am picking up on have been involved in, and that is very very approaching end quite fast. Okay, I feel like someone feels like, and that's why I fell on the floor again. Someone feels like their imprisonment is some type of higher graces, right? They get higher graces from that, time being alone, time being in prison. But it's just a postpartum type of depression. It just, advances the inevitable of showing the falseness for what it truly is, because there's always echoes, there's always people listening, there's always people watching, there's always more going on that meets the eye. So when you take that time and you do things to deliberately put yourself in bad health or put yourself in prison because you think that it's going to give you some type of advancement or some type of higher graces, it really only shows that you have only as much power that is given to you. No more, no less. We hear, we see, we understand you, because we understand the actions and the steps that you will take to gain some type of advancement. What's this Seven of Pentacles in reverse with the Knight of Cups. With the Queen of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like somebody is very much in this cutthroat energy. Because of a deep separation that has been permanent in their life for a long time. Like, it's not that this has just transpired within the last 20 years. Like, this is a deep separation that was permanent from someone, by them being a false person, by them not actually being the person to lead people out. It's just like, Harriet Tubman leading people out of slavery, supposedly, right? And just imagine someone else trying to bring their pretty face and their big name and their, wealthy connections to the forefront, as if they were doing all the work and all of the things that it actually took to free people from slavery. All of the alone time that one must have had to do in order to even comprehend the steps that needed to be taken. So, I feel like there's this letting go period that needs to happen, okay? It's very, very urging you to let something go. Just let it go. I feel like someone talks such a big talk when they are already pushed to the side. Like, that's what drives me nuts about energies that try to make it look and appear like they are the main this or the main that, when they are already pushed to the side. Just look at the energy. Just look at when you are put into the atmosphere of someone. You see, it has nothing to do with Briera, but everything to do with who you all are and what you are lacking to accept about yourselves. I feel like, make sure you are staying focused, though. There's been a big delay, though, with someone actually being, put to rest completely. And that's just the honest truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. It doesn't matter to me. I kind of already understand that you all aren't even on this level at all to even be able to grasp what is happening behind me. Do you get this? Hey, what's this what's this false person? Oh, with the Six of Swords, okay. With the Six of Swords, I feel like a publicity stunt gone bad. That's what I just gathered. It was a publicity stunt gone bad, okay. I feel like someone still don't think. Ooh, I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say someone still don't think that they have to depart from something. But that's the falseness in itself, okay? Just pay attention to the people that is around you, especially I'm getting these women, and it don't even have to be the women like in the physical body. It could be like feminine energy that even a man is giving off. You have to be very careful with these overly ambitious type of energies that is masked with who they are, right? They're not even in their true form, and they're causing problems in some type of way, and that's just the inevitable sadness for, you know, the collective. And that's something that we needed to work on. That's why we are here. You know, it really is. It's not that you all aren't accepted. It's not that you all aren't being seen. It's that, you know, in order to reach the next phase, or in order to reach another frequency, you have to be true to yourself. You have to, and then that's the thing. It's like, well, I am true to myself. That's why I'm like this. That's why I'm like that. But you just took it amongst yourself to mimic or to insert yourself into a baby's energy. So if he grows up, or if she grows up doing the exact thing that you're doing, was it true? Is it truly who they are? When we know the abilities we have by getting in the face and getting into people's energy, is it truly you? Is it truly who you are? Or is it something outside of you that is helping egg on these energies to be? So that's why she doesn't have anything. Huh? What's the Six of Swords? With the Six of Pentacles. They said if they can't get to the ass, they will put it in your throat. So, it's a desire to truly bring this envy energy to the forefront. And that's an illusion in itself. I feel like some people are very much in this energy of distress and confusion. Someone disturbs the needy, and that's full illumination. Someone has been brought here to disturb the illusion. So, it's just like prison. You know, it is prison. It's just like prison. You know, I go to prison and I'm only, you know, let's say 18 years old, and I have to do a big bid. I gotta do a dime, right? I gotta do a dime. So I gotta do me 10 whole solid years in there, from 18 to you know, whatever age. And then, you know, all while being in there, although I'm very much masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter what your sexuality is. But when you are forced into seeing things and doing things and behaving in a certain way, is that truly you? Or is it the energies that surrounds you? Or is it the energies that are being manifested on your behalf? Like, that's an honest thing that we need to start to accept as the human race. That it's not that, you know, you were reincarnated and, you know, this they just don't want us to be our true selves, and blah 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 and la la la. No, it's a lot about us not giving the information to the people in a timely manner so that they can actually see what it is and why it is. We like to destroy. We kill, steal, and destroy. That's all that the human race has been cycling for every since slavery. Let's just put that right there. We'll just say slavery. And then I even look at the Indians, right? I even look at how much they are still in their tradition and how much they still have, even though it was supposedly that they were taken over by the people that came and took their land. But for some reason, the slavery is the only thing that is still suffering amongst the human race. But you all were supposedly the ones that didn't sacrifice your land. or your people, but benefits from the people that definitely wasn't sacrificing anything, but actually taken. So we have to be very careful what we think we know. So, like I said, I told you that giving to the needy, that giving to the needy energy to cause more problems. I'm gonna give you this because this is my investment, because I know you ain't gonna do that. It's just like crack. Here, you get the first one for free because I know you will come back time and time again to continue to destroy your own self and those that surrounds you. So I'm going to invest in you because I know you can't do good with what you are invested in as an individual. What's this privileged lady? Yeah, with the world. I feel like something has to come to an end, though. Or it will be. Mm-hmm. See, like we told you before, we can't save everyone, you know? And the stagnant energy and the fight or flight energy that has been going on before I even have inserted myself on the internet and into this tarot world has been a bunch of lies. It really has been. Nobody's truly standing in their strength because everyone is truly scared of what they will lose. And that's the honest truth. When you are truly, and I do mean truly who you say you are, there's nothing or no one that's going to be able to humble you when you know what the fuck you have going on. If you feel like it's fuck them and fuck that, you wouldn't be still here. This cone is like really bothering me, but we're gonna keep moving forward. But I feel like something is completely over, okay? It really is. You just have to see the change of pace and the change of place for what it is. Yeah, with the sun. I feel like somebody had already chose something way before anyone else could have, you know, really made their self a point in someone's life. Like something was already chosen for someone, whether you want to accept it or not. That's what was already chosen. That was what was already shown. That the happiness and the innocence and the love that radiated out of someone was accepted by something that you all can't grasp. And that is okay because we will continue to allow for you all to end things how you need to end them. Because we will get to this next phase. Now, you can come along as one has been trying to pull you along willingly, or you can be forced to do it and get the bare minimum as you are right now. So, it's up to you. Continue to choose what's best for you. I promise you. What's this main female here? With the 6 of Cups and the Devil. Yeah. Someone that is very false of someone to know more about someone's childhood than they have even given. Okay. I feel like, you know, this is the second one I'm doing. I told y'all when you get in these readings and, you know, want to do these past life things and all that stuff, just make sure it's true. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't see certain things and you can't understand certain things, but you missing out on just being who you are supposed to be in this lifetime. That's why we have the trans community. That's why we have more mothers not even willing to carry their own children, and we have surrogates. I get it. Oh, but you're sick and I can't carry it by myself. I can't do it. And then we have the technology to help us. But we also have a bunch of foster people and children without homes. And you have the ability to help. We aren't true to ourselves. And it's going to continue to show that. So, we let the devil in. But not for the evil reasons, right? Not for the evil reasons. You got to see. Even the devil wanted to be loved. Even the devil wanted to be a part of the righteous energy. Because at the end of the day, when you live in trash, you really aren't able to be seen as the glory. So just imagine when shit really hit the fans. It's like, yeah, it's gonna be nice that, we all locked in our own countries and we are all, there's a leader and there's a this and there's a that. But at the end of the day, what do you really get? What are you really controlling? People that don't have anything, not even their own mind, not even their own way of thinking and being. That's what you're controlling. I'm telling you. So, yeah.
Do you want free internet? Forever?
I hate
You got it. Really. We mean it. Spectrum is offering free fiber-powered internet forever.
But,
Want it? Just call this number.
Yeah. Anyway, so what's this pathway here? We're almost done. We're about to get on the body here. We got the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the King of Swords. So, yeah, that was a very unfortunate truth being told. But, yeah, I feel like continue to work hard. Don't allow for the illusions and the confusions of the world to deter you from seeing what is and why it is and why it's not, okay? We are really focused on mastering ourselves, right? We are really focused on trying to get the human race to see where we can do better as the race. It's not the communities, it's not what was done to us in the past, but as individuals, we have to see where we are lacking when it comes to accepting ourselves, because there's a lot more internally that goes on that will be very much, smoothed out if we didn't have the egging on of people that are supposed to want better for the communities and the human race as a whole. So until things are truly taken off of the board, we will continue to do things in the way that they are supposed to be done, okay? I feel like for you, don't rush, right? Don't rush and don't try to make things out to be, but make sure that your point of view is heard and it is appreciated for what it is. Because at the end of the day, when you are feeling unappreciated by the things that you are putting out and the things that what that is beneficial to the collective consciousness, that will bring some type of doubt and sadness to who you are. So continue to find the things and the people that truly resonate with you, indirectly or directly, that truly is able to appreciate the work and the time and energy that you are taking to really learn what you need to learn to be able to contribute to the collective consciousness. So I feel like gotta raise the bar though. So I feel like that broke someone's heart to find out that the Capricorn, like a Capricorn, was more loved than they were. And that's the honest truth. I didn't even know that until recently that we all are in these same sex relationships, even if our mate is the opposite sex, that a lot of people are in same sex relationships behind the backs of their mates, or actually they're in understanding that yes, my mate loves the same sex or whatever. But I feel like somebody was very much heartbroken when they understood that that relationship was way more loving than what was given to them. And I feel like that's kind of what made everything be crazy, crazy. So I don't know. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. Yeah, we got the Ace of Pentacles coming out. We got the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. Yeah. So something might be, a little challenging. You might have to do a lot of hard work to get back to where you were financially, if that's something you're thinking about. But I feel like it's very beautiful to see that you are in your independence, and you just take challenges on like it's nothing. I feel like I would rather be in the Ten of Wands than a Ten of Swords. So connect and harmonize the energies that is off balance within your own life, so that you can continue to move forward, and so that you can give the correct and appropriate time to your studies and your work. Okay, so I feel like you're doing okay for where you are on the spectrum. But I feel like there's a lot of falseness that is still surrounding one. There's a lot of, hope that people will choose better for themselves, when maybe they will, but then again, maybe they won't. And that's where you have to be confident and reassuring yourself that you can do this alone, that you can be at this alone and really be able to contribute more than trying to pull people along that isn't ready to be pulled along. And that's the unfortunate truth about who we are as the human race. And that's why some get to go and that's why some don't. That's why some is still here and that's why some isn't. And that's the honest truth. So, yeah, I liked it. I mean, I was just trying to see what the vibe was. I knew it was going to be something, though, because just the way it kept coming in. And, when I started to get certain energies back around me that I've already put this to rest, and I don't know why you're back around. So let me see why. Oh. Anyways, I just love to do what I do, and I hope this helps in any way possible. Okay, any way possible. I hope it helps. I hope it guides. And I hope it brings things back into full circle of what it is and why it's not. Okay? You are loved and you are appreciated for being truly who you are. You have to see that nobody sees you less than who you are, and whatever your choice of form that you are in is truly accepted But I'm telling you, there's deeper meaning to it all. And when you all are ready, you will be able to see the deeper meaning as well. Okay? So take care of yourself and your family. Make sure that you are doing things that are healthy and beneficial to yourself and those that surrounds you. Bye.